Hello everyone, today our topic for discussion is Election Commission of India. So my dear students, as we know that the Constitution of India, established a permanent and independent body to ensure free and fair elections in the country is known as Election Commission. So Election Commission is a constitutional body. It is known as it's constitutional body that's interested to conduct free and fair election in the country. It's a constitutional body. It derives its power. We see that Election Commission of India derives power and authority from the Constitution of India. As we know that the Election Commission of India, it was formed on 25th January 1950. It was formed on 25th January 1950. So we see that it was formed. It was we see the formation of the Election Commission on it was formed on 25th January 1950. That's why we see that on every year 25th January is celebrated as National Voters Day. So we are celebrating National Voters Day on 25th January every year. So we see that the part 15th of Indian Constitution, from Article 324 to 329, Part 15th of Indian Constitution, Article 324 to 329, it's related to elections and the Election Commission of India. The articles from 324 to 329 is related to what? It's related to elections and Election Commission of India. So we see that Election Commission of India is a bedrock of democratic system of government, bedrock of democratic system of government, democratic system of government. So we see that since its formation of Election Commission, we see that till October 1989, the Election Commission of India, it was one member body. It was a one member body. Since its inception up to 1989, Election Commission was one member body. It was a one member body. Clear? One member body with Chief Election Commissioner as its sole member. Chief Election Commissioner was its sole member. Chief Election Commissioner. So we see that since its inception, since the formation of Election Commission up to October 1989, Election Commission was a single member, or we can say that one member body. So we see that on 16 October 1989, the President of India, he appointed two election commissioners. He increased. We see that President of India appointed two election commissioners. So we see that the strength of Election Commission, it was increased. By whom? The President of India. Clear? So President of India to cope up we see that increased work of the Election Commission, because we see that on 16 October 1989, we see that 61st Constitutional Amendment was passed. 61st Constitutional Amendment was passed, and we see that the voting age in India. So voting age, in India, it was reduced. It was reduced from 21 years to 18 years. Voting age. It was reduced. So we see that from 1950 to 1989, the voting age in India was 21 years. So we see that in 1989, 61st Constitutional Amendment was passed. 61st Constitutional Amendment was passed, and voting age was reduced to 18 years. And that's the reason we see that two more election commissioners were appointed. They were appointed by whom? The President of India, to cope up the work. We see that to cope up the work. Now we see that the Election Commission is not a single, it's a multi-member. It's a multi-member body. Election Commission is a multi-member body. Clear? It's a multi-member body that consists of three election commissioners. It consists of three election commissioners. Earlier we see that there was a single one election commissioner. Now it's a three-member body. So we see that there is a chief election commissioner. So far the composition of election commission is concerned, we see that there is a chief election commissioner. Clear? There are some other this members called election commissioners. Election commissioners, as we know that the president decides the strength from the election commission. From the election commission. So the president he decides the strength. It is decide the strength. Clear? So for the appointment of election commissioners is concerned, we see that the chief election commissioner and other election commissioners, they are appointed by the president of India. So far appointment of chief election commissioner and other election commissioners, they are appointed by whom? Appointed by president. Appointed by president of India. Appointed by president of India. Election commissioners were appointed by whom? Appointed by president of India. Clear? So we see that qualification of the members of election commission are not prescribed in the constitution. So for the qualification of the members of election commission is concerned, they are not prescribed in the constitution. Now the term, we see that the term of election commissioners, clear, is 6 years. Term is 6 years or up to 65 years of 65 years or up to 65 years age. 6 years term or up to 65 years age, the term of, clear. So chief election commissioner acts as chairman of the commission. Chief election commissioner acts as chairman of the commission. Clear? Now the salary of election commissioners is decided by parliament. And we see that the salary was charged from the consolidated fund of India. The charged from what? Charged from the consolidated fund of India. So the salary charged from consolidated fund of India. The salary charged from consolidated fund of India. Salary charged from consolidated fund of India. Now the resignation. We see that chief election commissioner and other members, they submit their resignation letter to the president. Now the removal. We see that chief election commissioner is removed in the same procedure or manner like that of the judge of Supreme Court. There is no impeachment procedure for the what? We see the same type of procedure is followed. We see that for the removal of election commissioner and other commissioners, chief election commissioner and other election commissioners, they are removed as the same manner like that of judge of Supreme Court. Now the functions of election commission. So far the functions of election commission is concerned, we see that election commission, as we know, that it prepares and revises electoral roll. So election commission prepares and revises electoral roll, clear? And we see that the election commission conducting the elections of the election commission, we see that article 324 is concerned. Article 324 provides for an election commission to we see that to supervise the elections of president, vice president. We see that the members of the vice president, members of parliament and state assemblies freely and impartially. So article 324, we can say that the election commission conducting the elections of the president, vice president, state legislative assemblies and state legislative council. So we see that the elections of municipalities and panchayats are not conducted by the Election Commission of India, but we see that they are conducted by the State Election Commission. Clear? Now the functions, we see that Election Commission prepares and revises electoral roll. Election Commission will notify the dates and schedules of the election. And Election Commission, we see that decides the model code of conduct. So code of conduct means we see that code of conduct, the guidelines. The guidelines for whom? It's guidelines for political parties. Code of conduct decided by Election Commission of India. Code of conduct is decided by Election Commission of India. Code of conduct is a guidelines for political parties. Clear? So we see that Election Commission delimits the constituencies of election after every census. Delimits of constituencies after every census. So census, as we know that census is it's the official counting of population. Census is the official counting of population. Clear? So we see that the election commission scrutinize the nomination papers. Election commission recognize. We see that political parties, and we see that the election commission allows political symbols. It allows. We see that election symbols. Election commission allows the election symbols to political parties and the candidates at the time of election. Clear? So election commission, as we know that, advise the president in the matter related to the disqualification of the member of parliament. And election commission recognizes the political parties, national parties, and regional parties. Clear? So this was all about the election commission of India, and I have already told you that the election commission of India main duty is to conduct a free and fair election in the country. So my dear students, वीडियो को देखने के साथ साथ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें.